Yo, what's up, everybody? As you can see, it's your boy Faceman VTT, and I'm here with my queen. We've done several TikTok videos, and I guess they're going viral, right? Is that viral? 70,000 views? I don't know, something like that. But we both decided to start our own podcast, start our own show. Obviously, use Gruntworks and Veteran Trash Talk and our entire community to push our show out. And we're going to talk about various topics, all kinds of stuff. And most of you know who I am. So I'm going to hand it over to my queen real quick, and she can introduce herself. She's already had like 5 shots of vodka. No. You know, she needs to slow down a little bit. But hey, baby, tell the world who you are.
So my name's Megan. I'm pouring a shot right now for us because I feel like before I get on camera, I need to have a shot. So let's do that first. But my name's Megan. I was born in California. And have spent like equal amounts of time in California and Arizona. Went to school, got my degree in biblical theology.
Religion.
So let's shoot on that. But, Am I allowed to cuss on this or no?
Yeah, we can cuss.
Okay. So I have a biblical theology degree. I was trying to look all hard
Only
just now.
3 curse words like every minute. That's actually a lot.
I was trying to be all hard just now and like.
I definitely made a face. I was thinking the same thing when I drank it. I'm like, people are gonna be like, look, he's a little bitch.
But I got a degree in biblical theology with an emphasis in worship ministry, which is like music, and a minor in adolescent psychology. And then I said deuces to the church like 15 years later. Well, no, I guess 10 years later.
10 years, right? Yeah.
And now I'm a real estate agent and I own a construction company. And those were 2 of my 3 businesses. I started another business and my mom owns and operates that now. So businesswoman, I guess.
That's what's up. Yeah. And we met like 4 years ago. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
So for those of you who don't know, I was married for 14 years. Still in the Army, active duty. June 1st, I get out. I'll have my DD 214. Finally. No.
Look at my Dependicup. Mrs. As of October 9th.
October 9th. Yeah. Mrs. Trenton.
Yeah.
Or is it going to
be? Mr. Blank. Are we allowed to say our last names?
Mm-hmm. Whatever.
He's changing his last name.
Give him your social and our address while you're at it.
Yeah. My first pet's name. Yeah. So yeah. We met 4 years ago. He was married for 14 years. I was together with my significant other of the past for 14 years as well. And then we had been divorced for about a year and then we met. And that's the whole story.
Swipey.
I swiped left on his ass 3 times.
Look, the game has changed. So shout out to my ex-wife. We actually met on Hot or Not. I don't. For those of you
and Amy
didn't know it was a thing. You posted.
It's a trend. David meets his wives on online apps.
All right. Anywho, like Buddy would say. No, I met her on Hot or Not. She was still in the Marine Corps, Fort Jackson, or actually Camp Lejeune. And I was in the 82nd Airborne. And then we met, hooked up, 14 years of marriage, 2 beautiful kids, Tyler and Haley. Love them to pieces. They live full time with us, but they are currently in North Carolina visiting their mom. So yeah. And then I came out here. And you
have a daughter in Germany.
I do. Shout out to my daughter Alicia. She's 21 years old. Yeah, I had a little fun back then in Germany when I grew up there for 21 years, and I'm going to catch a lot of shit from Buddy because I always mentioned growing up in Germany, but it is what it is. And then my beautiful daughter was born, and I have a great relationship with her as well. But I lost my train of thought. And then I came out here, newly divorced.
And he said he's never going to date a woman who has kids.
For sure. I also said I was never going to get married again.
Yeah.
And then I saw her on Tinder because I was like, what's this Tinder thing? Let me give it a shot.
My business partner, we own a business together, hooked us up. Shout out Nathan.
Shout out to Nathan. He hooked me up with the place that I'm living in right now. And then hooked me up with the most beautiful woman ever. Inside and out.
See, you say that now, but when that time of the month comes around,
it's brutal. Can we talk about that for a minute?
Sure.
Can we talk about like that time of the month with women and how it's out of freaking control.
He said that he's never. You said
I have never, ever met anybody that's so psychotic as you during that time. Like, no joke. I walk on freaking eggshells. The hot,
crazy spectrum.
Look, I've been to combat. I've been shot at. This shit is freaking Baghdad 2.0. Like, it's fucking insane. Maybe not that extreme.
Not that
But I feel like I'm walking on eggshells. Like, for any dudes that are watching this right now, like, please tell me that that's not a thing for everybody, because I never witnessed that. I always knew like a little bit of mood swings and everything, but this one right here goes 0 to 100 real quick.
Maybe I have reason to.
Okay.
But you have a daughter now.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Haley.
Shout out Haley.
My younger daughter.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to Alicia, my older daughter.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
But Haley's emotions are getting real. And she's experiencing
they are.
She's experiencing how they change rapidly at certain times.
They do, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I won't go into that. But yes.
Talk about how a woman can bleed for days and not die. No, that's a dirty joke. That's like, it's a dad joke. Not even. It's like just dark humor. But anyway,
it's just truth.
Yeah, you guys got superpowers. Yeah,
it's just truth. But we are seen as the weaker of the two.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Physically, we are just
Physically,
biologically.
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
Depending on how you define weak. I'm not as strong as you. I can't move as much weight as
I think strength lies up here.
Well, I'm talking about physically though.
Oh yeah.
Which I am, and that's okay.
But talk about your monthly thing.
That's our first topic is my period.
It doesn't need to be our first topic. It was like, oh yeah, I'm hitting on this right now. Look at, I even had a vein popping up right here. It's like
me?
No, I do right here. You can't see it.
Why?
But anyway, it doesn't need to be our first topic, but you should hit on that for just a second.
What about it?
Just like, what's the emotional like thing behind it? I don't understand it. I don't like suddenly bleed one time out of the month, and then I'm just like, oh shit, now I'm gonna raging and like fucking losing my shit over everything, or just randomly start crying. Like, I just don't get it. I don't understand it.
Obviously. So let's equate it to a man.
Okay.
So we have the same hormone as you, obviously, testosterone. So your testosterone flexes at times, correct?
Flex a little bit occasionally. No.
So when you go to the gym and you get like a good pump, you've experienced how if you don't go to the gym for like a solid week, you're just feeling like drowsy, fatigue, things like that, right? Your testosterone flexes, right? So with us, we have other testosterones that are flexing immensely, like progesterone, estrogen, things like that. Not just one time a month, but different ones are flexing in different rates all throughout the month.
Yeah, I get it.
Right. So
I really don't.
Huh?
Nothing. Go ahead, baby.
So, and that affects us not only emotionally, that affects us physically. Like feeling like bloated, unattractive, all of this stuff. We have a dog, by the way. We have a German Shepherd. He's very upset
very vocal right now.
He's very vocal. But what I would say is that hormones are never an excuse for being a bitch. In the same way, if men are on steroids or taking like excessive testosterone injections or whatever, that is not an excuse for you to be an asshole.
Correct.
So it goes both ways.
100%. Agreed.
I feel as though a lot of men will excuse away a woman's feelings and emotions around that time of the month because they're like, oh, it's just hormones. Not necessarily. I feel like hormones, certain surges make us more intuitive, make us more sensitive, which makes us more reactionary. And I'm not going to go victim to that reaction. I'll take responsibility for it. But I think one of the things that pisses me off is when men invalidate a woman's feelings because of hormones. The feelings are valid.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's wrong. That's in general, that's just wrong.
I'm going to play this back for you. every single time you do it. Remember, you said it was wrong.
Because I feel like when you're not on your period. Even Jet, can you hear our dog in the background? He's like, he's agreeing with me.
He thinks we're getting confrontational. Whenever we kiss or anything, he like freaks out.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Hey, buddy.
But we love him to pieces. He's a great dog. But no, because I feel like anytime, like if we get into a disagreement, right? Because like the one thing I love about this woman is like she's my soulmate, hands down. Like for the most part, 90% of the time, everything is in alignment. Like we agree with each other. We have the same views when it comes to religion. We have the same views when it comes to politics for the most part. It's just like everything is in alignment. All right. And those times though, when she is on her, can you say the word? Those times when she is, then it's like, we might have a disagreement and usually we can just get along and figure it out. But those times, I mean, you hear the dog right now, right? You hear the dog.
That's because it's about to be my time and he can sense it.
I feel like those times it's like a little bit harder to navigate the issue.
Lay down.
Jet, lay down. Anyhow, those times it's a little bit harder to navigate that issue, you know? I do feel like those times it's a little bit harder to navigate it, where when it's not during that time, then you're like, oh yeah, baby, you're right. And it's those times. There's one way or the highway. Like my way or the highway.
That's why I'm a successful business owner.
That is true. But hear what you just said there. You agreed though to an extent, right?
I will say.
So what happened was.
I will say my level of patience and my level of desire to be understanding of alternate opinions runs low. So I have a highlight reel on my Instagram all about this because I'm not ashamed to talk about it.
Right.
I feel like we should normalize talking about it because I feel like
and that's what we're doing.
A lot of guys are like, ew. Excuse me, sir. You are interrupting our podcast. Can you please lay down and be a good boy? Lay down. Thank you.
Our dog did just lay down. He's kind of awesome.
Good.
He's gonna.
That means stay. So I feel like there's 4 different seasons of every month for a woman, and we're constantly changing. So there is the lunar stage, which is when you're actually on your period, and that can be a time. And if you know as a woman how to utilize, because we really, I mean, we're just going to go deep here. We're really collectively all just cells of energy in this universe with souls. Yes. And that energy plays off of the energy of everything around us.
Oh, 100%. Yes.
So the lunar stage for us, which is during our period, if utilized correctly, can be a time of reflection, journaling. Maybe how did I almost completely ruin my entire relationship 3 days ago, right before? Like, let's just take a breather for a second, eat some ice cream, decompress, really let that stress and move out of your body.
Right.
Then there's the follicular stage, and the follicular.
Can you spell that?
FOLLICULAR. Then there's the follicular stage.
I gotta look that up again, but
nothing.
That's I gotta look that up. She also, and not to get off topic, but she doesn't have her hearing aids in.
That's true.
But go ahead, baby.
I'm sacrificing you on my deaf side so that I can have my sign.
I gotta learn sign language.
It's true.
Heart? No, I don't know.
Well, I do too.
Sounds like I'm throwing up a
which ear were you shot in? And this is my deaf ear, so we'll be like 2 old people screaming at each other.
Tell me, Dave, you got big ears, you can get them shut off in Iraq.
Yeah, you didn't tuck them into your hat.
Sure as shit.
So then there's the follicular stage, and that's a season of growth, right? That's where our eggs are growing and bursting. So that's a stage of growth. That's a really good time for women to plan and to like plan your month. If you are a business owner, do your business planning for the next month, like have your team meetings. Like that's a great stage for that. And then there's the summer phase, which is ovulation. And that's where it's like, let's make a baby phase. So that's my favorite phase because it's fun and it's energetic and it's exciting. So those are the phases where you want to, do your marketing plans and getting on your lives and things like that if you're a business owner. And then there is your autumn phase, which is leading into the lunar phase, which is your PMS phase. And a good time for that is a lot of like meditation, decompression, like let's do some making sure we don't murder people. Yeah, that's great.
That was good, baby. That was good. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that sums up the period conversation. As you can see, this already turned into, like we call in the Veteran Trash Talk Hour, a dumpster fire. So we just like
no. Lay down. Lay down.
So we've talked about various things today. Well, we kind of hit on one thing.
My period.
Well, women go through this monthly. So it wasn't just like
it's a team effort now.
Yeah, women go through this monthly. So basically this is what our podcast is going to be all about. All right.
Periods.
Periods, maybe. We definitely won't record one during your period. All jokes aside. So this is what you can look forward to. All right. We're gonna cover various topics. We're probably gonna talk about religion, okay, because that's a big one. Her and I see eye to eye. Plus, she has a degree in it. We're gonna talk about blended families because that's literally what we are doing right now. Shout out to my ex-wife again. Shout out to Doug too. We all make it work. We'll probably talk about some political stuff, which we really don't watch at all because does it really make a difference? It does in a sense, but people get so upset.
I saw a really good analogy today that said, have you ever given your toddler a video game controller and taken the batteries out and let them think they're playing?
I've done that.
That's what's happening in our government right now.
Ooh, boom.
I did not write that.
You hit the nail on the head with that though. So whoever did that, shout out to that person. But yeah, we're just going to cover a bunch of stuff. So if you see this video, maybe drop a line in the comment section and be like, hey, cover this. All right. We are wide open. I still have a year left until I retire. So sometimes I got to stay on my A game. I can't cover too much military related or what I agree on or disagree on. I can't touch it yet. Okay. But for the most part, we're going to have a lot of fun. That's my queen. Like, this is what we do all the time. We just sit on the couch and have like a drink and just talk about various stuff. So we figured, why not bring it onto camera and present it to everybody else? Mm-hmm. So anyhow, we love you guys. We don't even know what we're going to call the podcast yet. I say Face Man and Queen.
No.
But you are my queen. Talked about that period thing a second ago. Nothing. I said we talked about that period thing a second ago. We will come up with a name unless you have a name, baby.
No, I don't.
She doesn't.
I just know what I don't like.
Okay. Fair enough. Hey, thanks everybody for watching this, and we'll see y'all soon. Face Man and Megan out.
Mr. Blank and Mrs. Blank out.
Boom.